being a scientist does not mean you are not a human being. And it's amazing how much in the public this is perceived this way. It's actually kind of disheartening to me. I mean, sometimes I will be talking to somebody who's talking about climate change, and they'll accuse scientists of this conspiracy and this great lie that's being perpetuated about climate change. And I'm sitting there right with this person, and I'm like, are you calling me a liar? You know, do you understand there is a person here? And sometimes you just gotta say, what the fuck are you talking about? And if you ever see me on television or giving a talk and I look very confident, maybe even I look arrogant to you, I've been accused of that many times. Just so you know, it's absolutely all an act.
It's absolutely all an act.
That narrative and that storytelling was what I thought a scientist was. There's me getting my doctorate. You can see the diversity of my PhD committee. They were, you know, I mean, this is, we'll talk a bit about diversity and a bit about feminism and women. When I give a talk, you know, I have this need for approval. I have this need to rip out a piece of my soul and say, please approve this. Please think I'm okay. And it's the same thing that actors have, that comedians have. You can kind of sense they need you, right? The idea that that person had some hole inside them they were trying to fill with all this brilliance and all this energy, but you could feel the interior wasn't complete. All of this wonderful detail that we have as scientists isn't getting into people's minds right now. And I'm really sick of this fake news stuff and the scientific conspiracy stuff. I'm angry. The facts are there and they are real.
It's absolutely all an act.
And sometimes you just gotta say, what the fuck are you talking about?
What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now and this is an actual crisis. Got it? Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
World that's completely inconsistent with everything we observe in the universe, that's fine. But don't make your kids do it, because we need them. We need scientifically literate voters and taxpayers for the future. But for people like me, it's empowering, because we have a process. The process that we call science that enables us to learn about nature. I don't think there's any consciousness or soul or awareness that exists outside of our physical brains.
You know, the only ist I am is a scientist.
Well, we love, I mean, not only all the work that you do, but how in tune you are with pop culture. You have worked with Logic.
Oh my God.
Tell me about working with Logic.
Yeah. So Logic is a fun guy, creative guy. I made a couple of edits here and there just to touch up the science. So if you can't walk out of here without some science literacy, just move back to the cave, because that's where you're going anyway.
He is an engineer and actor.
She did something which is very common in the climate denier community, or whatever you would call it, is to talk about credentials. In this level of climate sciences, you don't need to be a full-time climate scientist to understand it. It's not one person versus the other person, it's 97 people versus 3 people. You just, after a while, let's move on. There may have been such debates at some time in early human history, but you wouldn't have such a debate now.
And sometimes you just gotta say, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's absolutely all an act. It's absolutely all an act.